What does a modern backyard transformation look like when you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars bringing it to life? I'm gonna walk you through all the details that really brought this luxury backyard to a resort status. From the floating day beds, to the infinity pool, to the infinity spa, to the second seating area, a checker pattern, a custom barbecue that's enclosed from the wind, and also a sunken seating area that's hidden from the view. And even the front area here with a driveway that's custom. If you're wanting to get ideas to make your yard feel like a luxury resort in your own backyard, or you just want to see what does it look like when someone spends hundreds of thousands of dollars on the backyard, this video is for you. So when we first got to this property, it really was a blank slate. I mean, it was only in framing. And then as we came back, they started to have a little bit more of the house together with the structure, but there still was a large blank slate. And as they started excavating and then started putting the framework together, we could start to see it come to life. And now look at this. It's truly a luxury resort, and I can't wait to show you this yard. All right, so we're gonna walk through the front of the house so you can see just the dramatic entry that the yard gives. And look at this. I mean, this is truly just like magnetic. Like I just feel like I'm being drawn in. We already opened these doors so we could actually just flow right through this. But look at this. Look how cool this feels to make it flow right out and draw you the view. So there's 4 things I'm gonna highlight and I'm gonna walk through them. But the first one is definitely one of my favorites, which is actually the sunken seating area and daybed area. So the idea with this pool, by the way, see how this kind of starts here? And when you're looking out from the house, there's all the windows of the house, and you look out, this the idea was that this was to feel like an island. And obviously there's a peninsula connecting you, but this island of water, see how it wraps around? And that was the goal in bringing you in to enjoy this stunning view. As we walk down this area, you have 3 choices for day beds, and it really kind of is a unique space because we purposely put these in to have your own zone. When you're trying to have privacy and kind of your own space, you don't want to be shared it with everybody. And that was the idea of this space. And then we have these beautiful laminars. And these laminars shoot out of the deck like you can see. And at night, they look amazing. In fact, check these out at night. Look how cool this is. The entire thing lights up and it's a beautiful effect. All right, so I'm gonna kind of just jump, lay down. This is so cool. It's so fun when you have something, and then we actually show you the view now. Look at this. Look at this. The city of lights down there below. And it just feels so cool. And it's just your eye level with the water, which was another key thing. So people swimming in here, I'll jump in towards the end of the video and I'll show you what it's like to be in the pool. In fact, what's on the other side of this infinity edge. If you don't know what it looks like, I'm gonna take time to show you. Make sure and watch to the end because you'll get that perspective. We kind of like have explored this area, which is really cool, but I'm gonna kind of take you around. We're gonna go over here. So as we walk out of here, it's really neat because there's one of the things that to me is so important about yards and good design is that it's engaging. And as we're walking to the next area of the yard, I want to show you this. It's called zero edge. So zero edge is actually a slit in the tile. See how the water comes to the top here? On an average or typical pool, usually have this is called a coping piece and there's water below. But this one has going all the way to the edge. And even if I ripple it, you'll start to see the ripples kind of going and just it's very mesmerizing. And I think it just adds so much to the beauty. So this is dual zero edge, and then the infinity edge is on the back, which is really neat to see. So this area over here is so cool. It's filled. I wanted to show you this before it was full. So this acrylic wall, can you see how big this is? I didn't put it on a wide angle. This thing is huge, 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 huge. And so it's starting to fill up right now, and then you're gonna see it. I'm gonna show you here in a second what it looks like. But it basically has if I could go in here, there's water filling up right now. There's a light inside, and then it's gonna look like this entire thing is glass. So you have a beautiful home, and there's so many windows out here. And just look from this perspective too. Look how beautiful this is. It's just, there's so much house, and yet there's so much to enjoy with the pool and the view. So as we're working ourselves now to the next section, I'll actually go to this after, but I want to show you the spa first. The spa took some planning of where we're going to put it, and we really didn't want to distract or block, I should say, the view. So having the spa here towards the edge though allowed you to kind of look over the hill or against the hill and draw you in, but also adding the fire feature was really important because we wanted to have something that you could sit back in the spa, enjoy the view, but also enjoy the ambiance the fire gives. And I think it was a really fun placement, and then to also add a little bit of pizzazz or whatever you might want to call it. When you're not using the spas, obviously these other laminars, these pouring over the fire, and having this dynamic view that you would get when you're coming from the front of the house to the back really draws you in. So this is kind of unique in the sense that typically you'll have a barbecue that's more open, but there's a lot of wind, and especially on sometimes hillsides you get that. So the architect did a great job kind of creating an actual way to hide some of the barbecue layout that we came up with, and I love this. I mean, look how huge this is. In fact, I'm curious to see if they've used it. Brand new, can you see that? I literally should do a barbecue challenge because I feel so often people have these made, and this one's been in probably for like 6 months, 9 months, and it's, anyways. But beautiful kitchen area here. You can kind of see as I'm walking through, there's a countertops. This is a Decton slab. It's a porcelain slab, which holds up very well in the sun, so I like to use them. And they're right next, look at this view. I'm still on the edge of the view, and I'm still able to enjoy it, but I have pure blockage from the sun. And then let me show you up top. So what's beautiful about having cover over is you can add heaters and lights. So having this entire area here with all the outdoor kitchen stuff, not only are you able to enjoy the cooking, but you have the view and you have the ability to heat it or light it up, and you can even have fans if you wanted. TVs here, and what I love is just the openness of this yard. And look at the infinity pool from this section. I mean, it just looks mesmerizing, doesn't it? In fact, if I zoom in here, look at this. It just brings you I don't know, it brings me so much energy. So this is another space that I really like. This is kind of a fun little checker or chessboard they could utilize. The pieces are gone right now, so it stays open. But this really area just kind of draws you out to the view. And that's really critical when you have design. You don't have any kind of blockage of your view. And sometimes focal points are hard to work with. That's why we have lower profile ones, so it doesn't block the view, but it still draws you in from the view of the house. You're still really able to enjoy it. So the challenge when you have view lots like this is that you want a lot of things in the yard, but you don't want to block the view. And so this is one of the hidden things that draws you in to a second seating space, but doesn't block the view at all. Let me show you. Okay, so now we're in this subterranean, or I should just say sublevel, and it's not blocking the view at all. In fact, let me show you what it looks like from this perspective. Let me show you this. So see how we are basically eye level with the ground out there? And that's what I love about it, is that there's just no blockage of the view, and yet we have all the seating space that's all below here, which is really cool. So adding this entire sunken seating area, and check it out at night, it looks insane at night. The way the fire glows off the seat areas, the little fun round circle patches we added, it really creates a fun, also functional gathering space for the clients and their guests. All right, so we'll walk back up, and I want to show you this, and this is not finished yet, but I'll show you what it's going to be. These are huge, going to be huge seats. Now they're blue for right now, but they're going to be actually this really cool built-in seat bench here, and there's going to be 2 of them, and then we even have a low voltage cable coming out. So this is actually going to go wind up, and there's going to be a hanging light right down the center, and it's going to be a really cool way to enjoy the view out here. So a little teaser of what's to come. Let me show you now. You think a modern house, can you actually do a garden? And yes, you can. You can actually update the side yard to the garden like we did here, and this is just full of different herbs. These are onions. We have fruit trees, but you can still have a modern style home and still save your trips from going to Trader Joe's by having a garden on the side of the house like this. Okay, so I told you earlier that I was going to show you what's on the other side of the infinity edge. See, on this side right here. And I told you I was going to jump in and show you what it's on their side, but I'm just going to be super honest with you. I just don't feel like getting soaked today. I didn't bring my swim trunks, and I don't feel like jumping in my clothes, but I am going to show you what's on the other side of this, so let's check it out. It's not that dramatic, so you'll be surprised how simple it is. Okay, here it is. This is the back side of Infinity Edge. It's very simple. It's a trough that has a tank, a catch basin, basically. You can see how it's like water pouring over. Then these take it all the way back to the pool equipment that's way back there, and it allows all the water to flow over, have that beautiful infinity effect, and be caught without having it be wasted. So there it is. The secret of the infinity pool feature has been revealed. Thank you for joining me on this yard tour, and make sure and like this video and subscribe. We have a lot more videos to give you inspiration or just show you what hundreds of thousands of dollars can do for a backyard. And if you like this video, make sure and watch this one. This was inspired by Santorini, a totally different feel and look than this yard right here.